Mission 12. Oh, I've got a lot to say about Mission 12. As I well should. It's the last mission in the main campaign, only leaves the bonus missions. But first, a briefing.
Alright, lads. Today we have a page torn directly out of the worst-case scenario handbook. Here's the good news. A large group of radicals has taken over a high-rise office complex in Northern Ireland. They've fortified the main entrance and positioned heavy weaponry on multiple floors. Now, the bad news. They have a tactical nuclear device and are planning on setting it off in the next 2 hours. MI5 doesn't know the exact location of the nuke yet, so we'll have spotters on lookout during the operation. I won't blather on now. You'll receive further instructions once inside the building. Good luck, and Godspeed, lad.
Oh my god. And apologies in advance if there are any Englishmen that sound like that, but crikey, that was the worst voice acting I've ever heard, and that's not hyperbole. I shudder to even use the term voice acting. It doesn't even sound like a bad attempt at an English accent, it's just bad, period. But enough of that.
Keep down, mate. They saw us come in.
So, as the name suggests, this level, Rise Hard, is a homage to the movie Die Hard, one of the greatest action films ever made. Though, I'm curious as to what Die Hard the developers saw, perhaps some foreign recut version, because there are a whole lot of scenes here that I sure as hell don't remember from Die Hard. Like that scene where John McClane runs across the sky bridge under fire from heavy machine guns. Yeah, I love that part. Really, it's more like what I'd expect from someone that had heard of Die Hard, knew there was a movie called Die Hard, probably read the plot synopsis on Wikipedia, but never actually saw the movie, because there's a whole... Or maybe saw it through YouTube videos, just cuts of random scenes in the movie, because there are a lot of references, a lot of, oh hey look, remember this? But it gets the tone completely wrong. And it gets the tone worse than it does for most of the levels. And for a game as schizophrenic as this one, that's really saying something. It'll probably be mag change. Luckily, we get a P90, and I'll never say no to the P90. It makes the level leaps and bounds better on its own, because with no recoil and that good accuracy, nice fire rate, this thing is just so much fun to use. I know I've mentioned it before, I should probably go on to something else, but holy shit, I love this thing. And I don't even use it that much outside of the deleted scenes in normal Counter-Strike, almost never. But it's just so good here. So I could run through the cubicle maze, but I think I'd rather just hop on top of it, get a nice perch over to the enemy, which works pretty well since, of course, like all cubes in video games, really everything in video games, it's pretty much bulletproof. And you know, that makes me think, what I'd really like to see in a game... Oh, hey, look! Point blank lock. Luckily, you didn't think to pull the trigger. Right. Anyways, cubicles. I'd really like to see an attempt to make a level in a game where the cubicles are not bulletproof. You can shoot right through them, because, of course, in real life, they wouldn't stop a bullet. They'd barely slow it down. And that's actually a major part of the design. It probably wouldn't work well for single player, since enemy detection would be a pretty major issue, but multiplayer I think it would be really cool, since it would be all concealment and no cover. So So you'd have this interesting gameplay dynamic where you're more or less pretty much always hidden from the enemy, but they can at any time shoot through and gun you down. They're great especially if you're camping, or I should say great especially if you're chasing after a camper, since instead of having to clear a nightmare of angles, you can just make a reasonable guess and hose down through it. Fuck, what is with all these laws and doors? It's like they're trying to bring down the building, you know? That reminds me of another thing. They said they have a nuclear device and they intend to detonate it in, what was it, exactly 1 hour? Why 1 hour? Is there something keeping them from detonating it now? I mean, I know I'm criticizing semantics and story in a game with one of the worst stories of them all, but even by the standards of this game, that's awfully contrived. It just rubs me the wrong way, and at least for me, it takes the focus away from the man shooting and onto the why. And we should never be dwelling on the why.
What? He's dead. Understood. Take the radio bombs and proceed to the links.
The commander went through the 5 stages of grief awfully quickly. He must have a lot of subordinates die on him in the field. Suddenly I don't feel so good about our odds. Ooh, a chance to stock up. I sure won't say no to that. So now, we get to ride the elevator down to...
Head to the 3rd floor of the building. Locate and disable the security systems so our ground forces can get in. The enemy knows we're here, so expect heavy resistance.
Well, there you go. That's why we're riding the elevator. You know, it occurs to me, I haven't drawn my pistol once during the entire level. And look at that, a deagle. They couldn't have even given the player a proper John McClane gun. I mean, we've even got the exact same gun that he uses in the game. It's the dually. Well, I guess I shouldn't complain. It's another opportunity to use the deagle. Though, what with all the guns I'm getting, I'll be very surprised if I actually get to use it. Need to use it.
Silence those positions.
Silence the positions, he says. Of course that means we gotta place a bomb, because we spent all our budget on the bombs, so we gotta use them. Can't just push the turrets out of the window or something. I wonder if they did this just so they'd have an excuse to add explosions, because more explosions are always better, right? Never mind. The fatigue at seeing the same thing over and over again. Like, why was it necessary?
Be advised, our boys have located the nuke. Head back to the elevators and proceed to the roof.
They sure found that nuke awfully quickly. That'd be what, as soon as they were able to breach? Impressive speed, that. Though I guess that's why they're the SAS. So now, of course, we can't take the elevators back the way we came. That would be backtracking. Even though, for once, I'd actually support it. Instead, we gotta take a long and contrived way around. Around to another set of elevators. Admittedly, that wasn't as long as I said at first, but it's longer than it needed to be. waiting's the fun part.
Bullets. Looks like they found a way to shut down the lifts. Get out of that lift and get to the roof.
Alright, hands up if you saw that coming a mile away. What I did not see coming, though, was the guy on top of the elevator car. How the hell did he get up there? Did he jump down from one of the upper floors? Ballsy move, that. I gotta give him credit. I'm really impressed with him. More at his not dying than with his decision, but still, it's good. I probably wouldn't jump onto a moving elevator car myself, but I guess that's why I'm not a terrorist. Now, come to think of it, we've heard the terrorist voices a fair bit by now. They said they were, I believe, Irish ultra-nationalists. Well, Irish terrorists, because, of course, everything in this game is that one-dimensional. But I haven't heard any Irish accents. No, I've only heard pretty thick American ones. And I gotta say, it's weird to call my own accent thick, but it's what they are. It really is. So I guess it's more like one Irishman, if that, and a whole bunch of American mercenaries. Or maybe this is the American military in one of those black bag operations. Little jumping puzzle, break things up, sure. You know, why not? And we're off. There's some ammo down there, but it's just 5.56 shotgun, and I'm about full up on both, so you know, why bother? Ooh, wait, is that a path? No, just some health. I don't need help, though, but I thought I heard gunfire down here. Ooh, maybe I do need the health after all. Well played, level designer. Hopefully I can get a good angle on that guy as I work my way around here, because I'm sure as hell not going to try and shoot a guy while on a ladder. I've played enough Nuke to know how that turns out. I think he was on this side. I'll check. Oh, there he is. Yep, and that gives him a perfect angle of me on the ladder. I'm surprised he didn't shoot earlier. Oh well, not a gift horse in the mouth, right? Now, a lot of the art here, the textures and such, remind me of that one old Gold Source mod. Ladies? Or did he say girls in the film? Regardless. This reminds me a lot of the mod Public Enemy, that's it. And one of the campaigns from the same developers' later work, Brain Bread. It's got that same sort of aesthetic and heavy reliance on shades of gray. I'm not sure I like the design in and of itself, but it reminds me of a better game.
Try to avoid the enemy gunship. Our air support is still inbound.
And a better game from a time long past. I'll never say no to a bit of nostalgia. So, now we get the most tedious and frustrating section in the entire game. Simply because it's got, and as much as I hate to use this term, and I really do, I can't think of a better example of artificial difficulty. For the simple reason that the chopper, well, you can, most of the time, dodge its bullets. That's not really a problem. It will fire rockets at random, and those will simply kill you, period. I actually had to, on my trial run through the level, turn on God mode to get through it. I'm hoping that's not necessary, but pardon the save scumming in advance. Oh, and there's also laws, in case you weren't completely sick of those. Lord knows I am. You know, hearing that sniper and his op makes me realize something horrible. We're in the last level of the main campaign, So far, we've only used the op once, and that's unforgivable. If we hadn't gotten the P90 so many times, well, 2 times, enough, I guess, I would have quit by now. But luckily we have. Unluckily, we haven't found any ammo for the P90s. Pretty slim pickings, mostly just M4.
Kill him!
Oh, kill him! Why didn't I think of that? It's brilliant. That's what they need to do. If only they'd thought of it sooner. Oh, hello. That's a lot of people in a small area. I wonder what they were doing here. Smoke break? Now edge our way across the building. No running across under helicopter fire to ride a fire hose down. Or really, if you expected that. I don't think you got a good idea of this game. Instead, we got pinned down by a chopper that tickles away our health. And a jump puzzle to get to... Oh wait, I thought I heard a sniper. That's just my imagination, right. So I'm gonna skip here to the end. It's really just a jump section. You run forward, crouch jump. And here we are at the end. And you can see pretty clearly why I decided to hop all the way over here. And hell yes, it was worth it. So let's get back. And we're back. Now, I wish I could say that it was just coincidence that I'd mentioned the op before, and then we just now find the second one in what may be the entire game, but really, I knew about this in advance. Can't feign ignorance here. But, oh, I am so glad to have it, even if there's only one spare magazine, so ammo will go quick, but... You know, look, not a gift horse in the mouth, right? I'll enjoy it while I can. Damn. A lot of people on this rooftop.
You fool! You're too late! I've already armed the detonator!
Do you, presser?
You cannot win!
And there's her token Irish stereotype. Were I Irish, I think I'd be... Oh shit. Ooh. I thought for sure you'd get that shot off. Were I Irish, I think I might just be offended. Not for the horrible stereotype, but for the horrible plan. Having a nuke and waiting 2 hours to detonate it without even leaving any demands? Hell, it's a good thing the English are also stupid in this. Otherwise, he'd never have gotten as far as he did. Shit, there aren't even any hostages. Never mind a man. There's nothing stopping them from just bringing the skyscraper down with an airstrike. Or hell, one of the choppers that they seem to send in. Left and right only to get shot down. And there goes our op ammo. Easy come, easy go. Well, it was nice while it lasted. And so now we continue our long journey up the most convoluted path possible when suddenly, surprise, somehow 3 digits, over 100 armed men couldn't take him. But you turn out the lights, send a few people with just hands and feet, gets him every time. I don't know what it is, but it does.
Welcome! Wake up,
That was
oppressor!
sudden.
You've nothing to fear. You'll soon be judged, and our people will finally be free. Ah, so there's still some fight left in you. So be it. It doesn't matter. In just a few minutes, nothing'll matter. Go ahead. Pick up that knife. Try to strike me down, you fool. Won't you die?
Well, that was easy. I don't know why his dialogue always skips like that, but it does. Now seems like a good time for a save.
Take him out. Don't let him get
So yeah, remember that scene in Die Hard where Bruce Willis and Alan Rickman, RIP, had a knife fight on the roof? Because I don't. Maybe I missed that part. Wow, that's awfully small for a nuke. It should be easy. Okay, 2 nukes. Interesting novelty. I'll roll with it. Oh, a 3rd? Now you're just taking the piss. Ah, this must be the real nuke. I guess the others were just mini bombs? Ah, well. Go figure. Oh, hey, we got our deagle back.
This glass is bulletproof. You can't get to me.
Die, oppressor!
It says it before I can even see him. Where is he?
Oh, you think you've won, don't you? I can still remote detonate the nuke. You can't win. Get ready to meet your maker.
This is why you don't make grand speeches. You just push the damn button. Admittedly, at least he fell off, like Hans did.
The enemy has been scattered and defeated. You've averted a certain catastrophe this day. Well, the shadow that protects our world from those who are bent on destroying it. Thank you.
That was a cringe-worthy congratulations speech. But you know, maybe it felt just a little good, because we did it. We beat Condition 0. Kind of. Don't forget, there's still the side missions left. And those are just as good, or would bad be the appropriate descriptor here. Regardless, there's something, as you'll see soon enough. For now, the credits.